everyone. Welcome to the Trucking Tower podcast and this segment of Heroes in Trucking. I'm very excited to be joined today by my friend Rodney Timms, who's also the founder of All Truckers Together Against Child Abuse. And how are you doing today, Rodney?
I'm good. And you?
Doing well. I'm going to show the ATTACA website and logo here in this section of the video. You know, you and I have gotten to know each other during the past year, and we've done some events and some podcasts together.
Right.
I'm a volunteer spokesperson for ATTACA.
Yes.
And I'm also excited to announce that we're featuring ATTACA on my website, truckingtower.com, on the giving page. And I'm going to show that right here in the video. You can go there, you can donate now, click on the little button, and you'll be able to be a sponsor. You know, and you and I are working on some big things related to social media and promotions of companies that support ATTACA. So we got some big announcements coming, and I'm excited about that. Can you tell us about the organization and some of the things that you're doing?
Well, we started it about 3 years ago, and we decided to go nationwide with it since we're in the trucking business. And we have a truck and trailer. In fact, we just had it newly wrapped. It's got a new wrap on it.
Right, I saw that.
It's a very beautiful truck. We're even talking about at some point maybe raffling off that truck and trailer.
Oh, nice.
Where somebody could spend $100 and win $200,000 worth of equipment.
Right.
So we're talking about that to raise money to further billboards and so forth that we can do for kids. We just put up billboards in 5 states. Finally got out of 1 state into 5. So we're making progress, and what we want to do eventually is find the right people to help us and build a mobile classroom to take it all over the nation and teach people about child abuse. Because there's staggering statistics that you're not going to find anywhere. The mainstream media is never going to tell the American people how bad it is. And I'll give you an example of that. Most people don't know that 80% of the murders in this country are committed by people that were abused. And to back that up, recently I saw a documentary by Richard Rhodes. He's a Pulitzer Prize winner. The title of his book was Why They Kill. And one of the most amazing facts in there was abuse. They've got 3 different levels of it. And I think my abuse was more brutalization than it was just regular abuse. And one of the things that really, really caught me was his wife is a clinical psychologist. And she made the statement to a guy that was in prison. She was interviewing. She said, "Were you abused?" He said, "Oh, no." And then later he said his dad put his hand when he was just a kid in the car door and slammed it and broke his fingers. Well, that happened to me. And she said, "Well, I thought you said you weren't abused." He said, "Oh, no, I was just a bad kid." So what happens to people, and people don't realize this, is those people that are abused wind up blaming themselves, because every day they're alive, that person abusing them tells them it's their fault. Mm-hmm. So you get to believe in that. I was the same way. I told people I probably lost 15 years of my life blaming me. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't my fault at all. So I was kind of in the same category. I came close to being a killer myself, and I warned people about that. And even in his documentary, a guy talked about that, what had happened to him and his sisters and mother, and how he got to the point he wanted to kill. And I try to make people understand how dangerous abuse is by telling them that, because in my book, Contract Killer, I refer to what I call homemade killers, because we're making them right here in our own homes.
Right, absolutely. It's a problem that plagues the entire society. Has so much knock-on effects, you know, for the whole society. So, you know, I know that you presented in front of a large group at the governor's mansion.
Yes.
And then also the state attorney general of Oklahoma wrote a nice testimonial that's on your website. Yes. I saw that. How did that governor's mansion event come together, and what did you do there?
Well, there's a gentleman by the name of Joe Dorman that's over the Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy. And Joe and I have known each other for a long time, and he called me and said, "Would you speak at the governor's mansion?" It was actually a fundraiser for their organization. And there were 200, 250 people there. The governor's wife was there. And I spoke for, I think they said it was 37 minutes after I was told to take 15 or 20.
Okay.
And but I got, just so you'll know the power of what we told people about abuse and my story, all 200-some people gave me a standing ovation. So I think that we made some progress there. And we try to tell people about abuse all the time and understand that if I overcame it, anybody can. And of course, I still have my own quirks, but things happen to people. But I didn't become the killer I thought I was going to become, and I thought I couldn't stop it. But here I am, and I thank God for that every day.
Absolutely. You know, and you've written 4 books, and you have a 5th book on the way.
Yes.
So we're going to keep an eye out for that. I've got a couple of the books here, but you can get those on Amazon and anywhere books are sold. Look up Rodney Timms, and you'll find those books that he's written about his life experiences, poems, just some really good material there. You know, I really want to thank you for coming on with me, Rodney.
Well, I appreciate it very much.
I appreciate you coming, and I'm going to show on the video, I'll show the website and the LinkedIn page. Please be sure and go and become a sponsor. Support ATTACA, and you'll see more and more from us as we go along, but we really appreciate your support of the organization, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.